I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce.
And during this run, the team has been doing all the little things, from the first guy to the last. The effort has been there every time they take the court.
I think the most important thing, they know who they are. They know how they win, and they don't play outside of themselves. It's why they're on this streak.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout fourth year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Pass to Grimes. Up top, George. A valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. And Holmgren's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. And this is their first time matched up with Philadelphia this year.
And last year's games were interesting to watch, considering that each team came out with a win against the other.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
So it's Philadelphia now, after the basket by Oklahoma City.
Such an explosive athlete. Maxey saw his chance and took it right to the rim.
Down low. And Hartenstein gets it to go. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. I talked to him about Joel Embiid, and Coach told me Embiid does have us worried. He's just so physical out there. But we're going to be physical right back and get in his face when we can, so they'll be trying to challenge the big man all night.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Maxey, after the basket by Oklahoma City.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, my goodness. How good was that move by Shea, creating a bucket?
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Man, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And the regular season is almost over, Doris. What are you honed in on tonight?
I think, Brian, whether we're talking about pre-All-Star break where things can get a little wonky or maybe the start of the season, to me, the best teams, regardless of the time of the year it is, they are focused on staying true to their habits and remaining competitively tough. Because I don't care if you're playing guys outside the rotation that are normal. Those guys have got to bring great effort. The standard should be met nightly regardless of the circumstance.
Now a timeout called by Philadelphia. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Here's McCain. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. And Philadelphia calls time here. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And Williams over to help. Oubre on the wing. He's been contributing over 15 a game. Second chance shot. And finally they hit one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well. Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one. There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Knocked away. Fast break, Philadelphia. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
See, Kelly Oubre understands how to take advantage of his athleticism on the interior. That's nice.
He's off on the second. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. They trail by 1. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
That's a game they'd like to put in the rearview mirror. They know they treated it a little too lightly.
They sleptwalked through that entire effort. Way too much talent on the roster for them to let that happen. This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Now here's Caruso. His last outing he had 20. And stolen by Caruso. And he comes up with a bucket.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Outside Oubre. To the inside. Bona. For 3. Gordon. Caruso grabs the board. Thunder with a lead. Knocks it loose. Inside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Philadelphia shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And for the Thunder guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Here's SGA. Rebound by Philadelphia. Right side Edwards. Here's Bona. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Bona's got 7 points.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Pass to Wiggins. There's the triple. Kept alive. Here's Hartenstein.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target with a jump hook. The Sixers trailing to the middle. Here's Bona. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Oubre. And he banks in the layup.
You see the athleticism and the length. Oubre able to get his shot off inside. That's a high percentage look for that young man.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano a mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Outside, Williams. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Hartenstein. And he lays it up and in. Hartenstein's gotten 4 this quarter.
Hey, if you give him room, he's going to score the ball.
And then Embiid with the dunk.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
Pass to Hartenstein. On the wing, Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Williams misses. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
George's shot is good.
Boy, nice job by Paul George to make himself available. Gets to his spot and gets it off quickly.
To the paint. Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Pass to Embiid. Outside Maxey. Tips it up. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City trailing. Williams in the post. An effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. The 12th overall pick in 2022. Jalen Williams, what a find by the Thunder, Doris.
This is so exciting for this organization because even though J-Dub went to a mid-major school, wasn't a big high school recruit, he ended up being second in Rookie of the Year voting. He's getting better and better. He has got an unbelievable future. I mean, Jalen Williams is a guy who a lot of people are excited about. He has the talent to be a multi-time All-Star and perhaps an even higher ceiling than that.
And another miss by Oklahoma City. And here are the Sixers now. Kicks it to George. The 3-ball. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Outside, Williams. Lays it up and banks it in. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
And the vision is far past his years. Williams with great decision making.
George has the open look. And it falls all over the rim and in. 20 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. It's Williams, high post. He's got 5. Hartenstein in the post. 2 on the clock. The shot, no good.
Great rim protection.
It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. We've got second half action for you. And if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And the 76ers making a change here. Pass to Hartenstein. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Second shot opportunity. And Hartenstein with the lay-in. Hartenstein's got 8.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
So both teams changing it up here. Pass to Dort. On the wing, Caruso. Off target from three-point range. Outside Oubre. Now Embiid. Out to the right wing. Here's Grimes. To the right side. Jacks up a three. Philadelphia, the rebound. This one for three. Can't hit that one.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Back to Holmgren. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort outside. 6 to shoot. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Oubre. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
George outside. No stopping Joel Embiid. Wow.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Here's Dort. Banked it in off the glass. So Dort's gotten his second bucket.
Well, Dort touched the paint, and he was immediately thinking score.
And Dort is such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on.
Here's Yabusele. He's covered by Holmgren. Back to Embiid. Clock at 6. Oh, Embiid packs it down.
You know, you have to use the bounce pass in that instance to make the catch easier.
The shot by Dort, no good. And so it's Embiid with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Here's Holmgren. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Oklahoma City making a switch here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the free throw, no good.
You love when guys like Chet Holmgren, who enters the league with big expectations, works hard to meet those expectations. It's been great to watch.
And for them to get out in front, it feels like they're going to need him to lead the way.
Pass to Williams. Holmgren with it. Here's Joe. Buries it from 3. Joe's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
This is a specialty for Isaiah Joe. Rise and fire in the catch and shoot.
Time called here. The 76ers decide to talk it over.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Both teams will make substitutions. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. George outside. Pass to Oubre. Back to George. Unloads from 13. Yep, that one's good. George has got 7 points in the game.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Here's Williams. Tipped away. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
And here's Oubre. Edwards for 3. Caruso grabs the board. Dort left side. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Paul George.
Well, the tremendous length at the guard spot that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander presents is a problem for a lot of defensive players.
And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Here's George. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
You cannot give Paul George these extra chances. This guy is deadly from the free throw line throughout his career.
Oklahoma City leading by 4. "16 seconds left in the third quarter. Caruso outside. Sinks the tray. Caruso's got 5 now.
Now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander facilitating for his team right now. What a pretty pass.
Here's Oubre. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Got it off in time. The third quarter comes to a close. Oklahoma City ahead. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. '76ers trail by 5. Here's Butler. It's George on the wing. And stolen by Williams. Caruso outside. From outside the arc. The rebound by Embiid. To the wing, right side. Kicks it to George. Just 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. Philadelphia the rebound. Here's Yabusele. Who poked away. Caruso with it. Guarded now by George. Here's the break. Back to Williams. It's Dort on the wing. Caruso left side. Hartenstein. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Williams. Another shot. And another miss by Oklahoma City. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Doris, we've heard Paul George get a lot of praise from the next generation of NBA talent.
We sure have, and it's easy to see why, Brian. This guy is fundamentally sound. He does a little bit of everything, can shoot with range, can get off the bounce. His game is so polished and smooth, worthy of emulation.
76ers trail by 3. And Oubre gets it to go.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
To the middle. Here's Wallace. And Embiid with the block. Right wing. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. And so here is Philadelphia. Outside, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Now here's Joe. Here's Wiggins. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Thunder lead by 3. Now Embiid to the wing on the left. He nails it, and we're tied.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And the 76ers call time here. And Philadelphia making a change here. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Caruso outside. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 5. Shot on the wing. Rebound by the 76ers.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Embiid drawing the double team. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Thunder with a lead. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. Williams. Off target at the rim. Doubled by Caruso. Out to the wing. Yabusele. And then Embiid with the dunk.
And one thing you can say about Embiid, he never shrinks from the moment.
Here are the Thunder with the ball. .54 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. To the inside. Here's Drummond. Here's Grimes. Pass to Embiid. Out to the right wing. The rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And Philadelphia making a change here. .15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. No good. George feels it out a bit. That'll count if it goes. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We've got more hoops. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. And so here is Philadelphia. Inside. And Embiid throws it down.
Flat out dominant. Joel Embiid having his way tonight.
Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Pass to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Back to Hartenstein. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 2. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA, that's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
And the 76ers call time here. So both teams making some changes here. And Philadelphia has possession. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game. Great action here if you're just joining us. About a minute into OT. Pass to Drummond. The rebound by Wiggins. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Wiggins. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. We are in OT. A minute and a half gone by in what has been a great one. Here's George. The Thunder pull it in. Joe on the wing. Back to Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over George. Misses off the right iron. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Now Drummond. Williams defending. Oubre on the wing. Back to Embiid. Money!
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And he sinks it. And he's tied it up. What a shot!
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the calmest, most clutch players in the league. That's a big-time moment.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're behind by 2. There's 38 seconds left to play in overtime. Your thoughts, guys?
And there's enough time on the clock to go for a 2-for-1.
And the Thunder making a change here. Outside, Williams. Oh, misses the dunk. Now Philadelphia with it. The lead is 2. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. George with it. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Hartenstein. No good off the back of the rim. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're losing by 2. 7 seconds left in the OT period. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're leading by 2. 3 seconds left to play in overtime. So a close game sees Philadelphia taking this one. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime they took control.
And BA, I don't think they expected this one to be so hard fought. But when they went into overtime, they really poured the gas on the fire.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and
This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. For the Denver Nuggets, they come in off that loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Westbrook with the bucket. So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
And that one's good. Wagner.
Just punishing the defense from the interior. Wagner doesn't mind scoring against physical defense.
Here's Westbrook. It's stolen by Banchero. And that one is good from Suggs.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And that one's good. Jokic.
Smooth jumper by Jokic. Not going to let anything break up his concentration.
Back to Wagner. Rebound by the Nuggets. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, the sample size wasn't that big. I mean, 2 games, not a lot to go on. But they are 2 teams at the top of the pile in each of their conferences. And because of that, I expect it to be competitive.
No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Connects from three-point range.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Now here's Westbrook. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Just 3 to shoot. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Well, Michael Porter Jr. is one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
And that size that he brings to that sweet stroke makes it hard to get to a shot. 6'10", shoots it with confidence, shoots it with great fluidity. And, man, is he special. And he's worked through some injury trouble early in his career. And now he's one of the more lethal front court players in the league on the perimeter.
And it's Suggs with the rebound. Magic leading by 3. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Jamal Mosley. David.
Now, I asked him if he has any plan for dealing with the multi-time MVP, Nikola Jokic. He said it's all about balance. If you defend Jokic too aggressively, he'll just kick it out to other guys too softly, and he'll kill you inside. So balance is the key. Sounds like a tough balancing act to pull off, guys.
Thank you, David. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. Throughout his career, Clark, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has proven himself to be a quality player.
He certainly has, and I love the way he plays. He's locked in all the time at both ends. Really not only understands his role, Kevin, but embraces it. He's out there to space the floor with his shooting and then provide a lot of energy and versatility on defense.
Orlando leading by 5. A nice shot by Black.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now, here's Watson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Out to Saric. Denver needs to get off a shot. Brown's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Good, and it's Jordan picking up the assist.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Anthony, no one around. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
That last shot got Anthony geeked up. He wanted some revenge.
To the paint, Jordan. Orlando grabs the miss.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Pass to Black. Over Murray. Black, no good. The Nuggets trail by 7. Watson's shot is good.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
And here's Wagner, defended by Jordan. Here's Anthony. Back to Harris. Got it off in time. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell.
And so it's Orlando in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
Anthony on the wing. Takes a three. They get the rebound. Anthony on the wing. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. They trail by 6. Shot from the wing. Gordon trying to break loose. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Tries from 16. Nice defense from Wagner.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Here's Carter. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And, Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
And like a number of centers in today's NBA, Wendell Carter Jr. continues, Clark, to hone his three-point shooting.
Boy, I tell you what, Kevin, it's almost mandatory necessary for big guys nowadays to be able to knock down not only the mid-range jumper, but the three-point shot. Give credit to Carter Jr. for seeing this growing trend and then working to put it into his toolkit.
Pass to Jokic. Shot to stop the run. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. Magic leading by 14. And finished off by Banchero.
And once Banchero gets going, boy, it's hard to stop him. Given his size and speed, he's going to be a handful.
Denver calls timeout. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Right side, Westbrook. He's off on that one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
That one a little long.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. It's good from the top of the key. Westbrook's got 6.
Man, what a scorer Westbrook is. This guy can torch you on the drive or even with the jumper.
Banchero looking around. Here's Suggs. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Suggs has got 5 points in the quarter.
That's the thing about Suggs, a footballer in high school. He gives you physicality in the backcourt.
And it's sent back by Isaac.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field.